Side of Merseyside, and it's there. It is 1-1. It's that man, Tim Cahill.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Cahill's Corner Flag TV. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so bear with me, apologies. It's been a nightmare last couple of months, just busy work-wise, but I'm going to try and get back to doing these videos on a regular basis. Looking back from Friday night, it was, you could say, a disappointing draw. At the end of the day, you want to win your home games. Palace at home, you kind of expect to win, no disrespect to them, but at the end of the day, it was probably a good point. We started well, first half. We started with high tempo that we'd missed against Bournemouth the week before. We were pressing, the intensity was there, we were carving out a few half chances, looked quite strong from set pieces. We just couldn't get the goal. We were so good in that first 25 minutes, we were relentless, but we just couldn't get that goal, and I think that's going to be our problem this year, scoring goals and having that balance between rigid setup that we want and Koeman wants at the back in midfield to then transition through to an attacking force. But I thought we played well, and we got the goal just on the stroke of about 10 minutes before half time. Rom, a peach of a free kick, some debate over whether it was a free kick or not. I was watching the sports club with the Escler fan base on Friday, and we were all arguing, was it a foul, was it not a foul? I think he's gone to block his face before the boot comes in, so clear as day free kick, but maybe it should have been an indirect. But who cares? John Moss, absolute idiot, he doesn't know what's going on. So, but no, Rom took the free kick, slotted it, top corner, absolutely fantastic, 1-0 up, and everyone's thinking yes, under the lights, atmosphere was starting to bounce again. Everyone thought this was going to be 3 points to the mighty Blue Boys, but unfortunately we let Palace back into it second half, and they were the better side. The goal, Coleman possibly could do a bit better. He's either got to play him offside or he's got to get touch tight, and he's got to back into Benteke to make it difficult. He did neither, and he has a free header at the end of the day, but it's a superb header and it just drops into the bottom corner, and people were criticising Stecklenburg, but I don't think he can do a lot there. He's stuck to his line. As a former goalkeeper, it's so hard to move your feet when the ball's drifting over your shoulder, and to try and get back into position is difficult. But hindsight's a wonderful thing, but I think it's fair to say it was a decent header. And then they had a goal chalked off for offside late on, and it was debatable once again decision. John Moss and his assistants probably got it just right. I think MacArthur made a move towards the ball that was flying in. If he just backed out of it, it was goal all day, because he didn't need to, because Stecklenburg wasn't getting it regardless of MacArthur trying to go towards the ball or not. So it finished 1-1. We lacked any cutting edge second half. It was so frustrating. Every time they seemed to get the ball out wide, they had 2 or 3 in the box, Palace, but when we got the ball out wide, Rom was the only one in the box. It was so frustrating. I think Gay had a chance where we cut it back and he had a shot on target, and it was blocked and cleared away by Delaney and Tompkins, who I thought was superb for Palace. They just blocked and got everything second half, headed everything away, and it just harps back to a lack of quality and a lack of depth. When Rom's not getting the service and we're struggling for goals, who's going to get the goals in our side? We just look lacklustre in the final third, second half, and it's disappointing, but it was a point. It stops the rot. The losses against Norwich and Bournemouth the week before, it's come to a halt before the international break. We're in a good position in the league, and we've got to realise it's a work in progress. It's not going to change overnight. We're not going to suddenly go from being a mid-table team, which we were under Martinez, to being a top 4 side. It's not going to happen. It's going to take time. The fans need to realise that we are a work in progress. Koeman needs 2-3 good windows in the next year and a half if he can get the players in that he wants and gets out some of the deadwood. Players did okay on Friday night. Nobody stood out really. Barkley was hit and miss. Lukaku didn't really have any service. Midfield, we just lack so much quality in central midfield. If we could have a decent number 10 that could slot passes through to Rom, make things happen, drift in and outside of the lines like a David Silva. I'm not saying we're going to get David Silva, but a player of his ilk that could drift in and out of the game and pick the ball up and make things happen. We haven't got a player that passes the ball forwards in that role. Barkley's a bit of a powerful runner with the ball. He twists and turns. He's a decent passer, but he hasn't got that guile. He hasn't got that slider or pass. I think he's probably going to make a career as a number 8, not a 10. And we desperately need some creativity in that final third, or we're going to. I do believe we're going to struggle this year to score goals. But let's be positive. It's early days, 7 days. Rome weren't built in a day, and I think we're going to have a positive season. But fans just got to stick with it, because we're going to have weeks like last week against Bournemouth. We just got to take it on the chin. Take it as a learning curve, and especially on Friday night. We were good for 45 minutes, but then dropped off second half, and we struggled to cope with the physicality of Palace. But we stuck at it, and we got a point. Last season, we probably would have lost a game like that last season, and we would have, our backbone would have been broke, and we would have just laid down and die essentially. But we've got a bit more of a backbone. Ashley Williams, I thought, and Jags were quite strong on Friday night, but. Looking forward, we've got an international break now. I hate international breaks, they're the most pointless thing in world football if you ask me. So we've got no excitement for the best part of 2 weeks, but then we've got City, we've got a massive game against City, and I think it couldn't come in a better time. We're going a bit of a slump in a row. We need to raise our spirits, we need to raise our levels against a very, very good Manchester City team, and play on the break. Like, we've got pace all over the park now. So hopefully, them attacking us, we might be able to suck up their attacks and hit them on the break. But that is in for 2 weeks, so let's hope in 2 weeks' time we don't get any injuries on the international break, and we come back like strong, and we can hit the ground running. So that's it from me for today, and hopefully I'll speak to you after the City game. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Cheers.